In the 21st century, war no longer begins with a declaration, it begins with a disruption. A flicker in the power grid, a data breach in a defense server, a swarm of autonomous drones crossing borders without pilots or warning. In this era, the battlefield is everywhere, in the sky, in cyberspace, inside satellites, and across the screens of millions. Conflict has evolved from boots on the ground to bots in the cloud. And with this evolution, the world now faces a new and complex threat: technological warfare without boundaries, attribution, or accountability. Where traditional warfare relied on human presence, strategy, and chain-of-command decisions, modern warfare is increasingly automated. Artificial intelligence guides missile trajectories, classifies human targets, predicts threat levels, and enables real-time battlefield decisions without the need for a general's command. Swarm drones operate as autonomous clusters, capable of reconnaissance, sabotage, or even targeted elimination, with little or no human intervention. Simultaneously, cybersecurity has become the front line of national defense. Nation-states and non-state actors alike deploy advanced persistent threats, APTs, ransomware, and zero-day exploits, not only to breach military systems, but to paralyze civilian infrastructure. Hospitals, airports, banks, and nuclear facilities are now as vulnerable as soldiers in trenches. A silent cyber attack can do in seconds what months of kinetic combat once could. And yet, most of the damage occurs without a single shot being fired or a siren sounding. Adding another layer of complexity is the weaponization of information. Disinformation campaigns powered by machine learning flood social media platforms with tailored propaganda, deepfake videos, and emotionally manipulative content. AI bots amplify polarizing narratives, create synthetic consensus, and shape public opinion in favor of militaristic agendas. Truth itself becomes relative, customizable, and disposable. The result? Populations are not just victims of war, they are participants in information ecosystems designed to enrage, mislead, and divide. News cycles shift not according to facts, but based on algorithmic engagement. Echo chambers multiply. Sensationalism thrives, and in the fog of digital warfare, it becomes nearly impossible for citizens to discern real threats from manufactured panic. Beneath this high-tech surface lies the oldest casualty of conflict, the human being. Civilians are now as likely to suffer from cyber-induced chaos as from conventional bombardment. A targeted attack on a hospital's server can be as deadly as a missile strike. A disruption in public transportation, food logistics, or emergency services achieved through a line of malicious code can throw cities into disarray. Yet, amid all this, there remains a dangerous illusion that technology has made warfare more surgical, more precise, more humane. In reality, the automation of violence often diffuses responsibility, allowing decision-makers to hide behind lines of code and deny accountability. When an autonomous drone kills a civilian misidentified by facial recognition, who is to blame? The developer, the commander, or the algorithm? These are the questions modern warfare refuses to answer. Even more alarming is the lack of global regulation. There are no universal treaties governing AI in combat, no shared ethical frameworks for cyber warfare, and no enforceable boundaries on surveillance systems or drone deployment. While militaries invest billions into quantum computing, hypersonic delivery systems, and battlefield robotics, the world lags in defining the laws and limits of their use. This is not just a security crisis, it is an ethical void. As technologies evolve faster than policies, the global balance of power is increasingly shaped not by diplomacy or alliances, but by who controls the fastest processors, the most sophisticated code, and the most resilient networks. Wars may no longer require armies, they may only require connectivity. But in this race toward hyper-militarized digital dominance, something vital is being lost: the human dimension. When war becomes a computation, empathy becomes a liability. When killing is coded, morality is minimized. When algorithms decide who lives or dies, justice becomes a line item in a machine's decision tree. And still, the architects of these new wars remain hidden. Far from the destruction, insulated by bureaucracy and screens, they orchestrate decisions with geopolitical implications, without facing the direct consequences. Meanwhile, Ordinary people, disconnected from the decisions yet deeply affected by them, suffer in silence. Disconnected utilities, paralyzed emergency services, crashed financial systems, or targeted digital surveillance for dissent. If humanity is to survive this new age of intelligent warfare, we must prioritize cyber peacekeeping, ethical AI frameworks, and transparent governance of military technology. Just as international law once tried to regulate the conduct of physical war, we now need a robust structure for digital disarmament, tech-neutral demilitarized zones, and autonomous weapon bans. This is no longer science fiction. It is unfolding in real time. The world must not wait for catastrophe to define its boundaries. Peace in the 21st century will not be achieved through military superiority, but through technological responsibility. The future doesn't belong to those who command the deadliest drones or launch the cleverest malware. It belongs to those who protect data like they protect lives, who see every line of code as a moral choice, and who resist the seduction of automated destruction. It is time for reason to outpace escalation. Time for ethics to guide innovation. Time for humanity to reclaim control from the technologies it has unleashed. Because the most dangerous war is not the one we see on screens. It is the one silently rewriting the rules of our shared existence. If this video sparked new insights or raised important questions in your mind, don't forget to subscribe for more thought-provoking content. Like, share, and drop your comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective on how technology is shaping the future of global conflict.